What's going on, everybody? First thing in the morning, Peter here, and this is episode 5 of Castlevania Nocturne. We are halfway done with this season, and I am just in love with this show. The pace is surprisingly good. It's slower. It's on the slower side, but they make really good use of that somewhat slower pace to really build these characters so we understand all of them so far. Even Alrox, despite having a small amount of screen time, clearly a favorite, not just of me, but a lot of people seem to like him too. And really excited to just see what the back half of this first season is going to be. Without waiting too much, let's get into it. My dude's been running for a while, hasn't he? He ran all the way out of town. The water in this show looks so great. I know it's like 3D, but he's still just a kid. My dude ugly crying. It's okay, brother. It's okay. He's still a kid. He never got past that trauma.
Ouch! Well, hold still. Are you this rough all the time?
I'm not a nurse.
It's deeper than I thought.
What?
I've only tried this a couple of times before.
What?
Ouch!
And it's only worked once. I can only do it on flesh wounds. I've been trying to teach myself bones, but...
Lady can heal?
You're brilliant.
How does that work?
His wife is saying she intends to keep the head.
I shudder to imagine what she's planning to do with it. Give her my condolences, will you? Tell her it's a shame. He will be missed. He was a loyal servant. And he has exquisite taste for soft furnishings.
Mum? Are you crying?
No, it's just... I always liked that I could see it from here.
Why?
They're not really that far from town, huh?
When I first came to Moshkul, 17 years ago, I had nothing. The townspeople were suspicious of me, a foreigner. But I've never forgotten how much compassion they showed me at the Abbey.
Richter!
Richter! Nope.
What are you doing?
Just Annette.
Tell me you're not going back to the Abbey.
I don't need you to come with me.
No, don't go. Please.
Annette, now's not the time. You're upset.
I'm not upset.
Listen to the
I'm
group,
furious.
Mom.
I am too, but we have to wait.
For what? Edouard doesn't have time. He's in chains. How can I enjoy even one night of peace while he's not free? When he helped to free me.
If you're going to spy on them, be sure to keep out of sight. If Richter was
Do
here...
you two wait for Richter before you do everything? He ran away.
Try to forgive him. Alrox is the vampire who killed his mother. The dragon that's haunted his nightmares since he was a child.
We all have nightmares.
A literal dragon, almost,
The
yeah.
first time when I was a girl, I was taught to be frightened of people on our plantation with this mark on their body. Troublemakers. The people with this mark, they're the people who know intimately how much freedom can cost. They wear it every day.
Interesting.
So I do too.
Damn. Her power set is a lot
I'd never be free of it.
more varied than I originally thought. They sort of made it seem like she was an earthbender, but she just healed Annette's wound. She just stitched it back together. Come on, this is a trap. This is obviously a trap. What? Oh, it's just Alrox. It's just Alrox. It's okay.
Striking terror in the hearts of children, I see.
I prefer my blood blue.
Maybe you do things differently in the New World, but over here we don't feed off the wealthy. The locals will start to grumble.
I didn't realize how invested you are in keeping the mortals happy.
I try. In between turning milk sour and stalking the nightmares of villagers. We're in an uneasy alliance
Turning milk
with
sour?
humans in this town.
Shouldn't you get back to the chateau?
I love her
Where
Bloodborne
are you
hat.
staying?
I have a booty call.
Imagine total freedom, never shrinking from light.
I don't waste my time imagining things that will never be.
Across Europe, vampires are pledging their allegiance to Erzbet Battery. Will you be next?
She really is just in a Bloodborne outfit. I love it.
Maybe I need to see to believe. I've heard she's very formidable.
Formidable, wonderful, a lioness. Evil trembles before her. In awe. I was a priestess of Sekhmet, the Egyptian goddess of war and vengeance. I remember the smell of mortal bodies on
We really
festival
are getting
days,
vampires from
the
just
incense,
all over the place.
the fur. And now,
And now those temples are half buried in dust.
human lives are as long as mayflies. Their loyalty is just as fleeting.
Is that Robert Stark? Oh my god, he's dead.
Let's make a new world, Aurochs.
You see, that's another one I've heard before.
Oh, it's her dude. It's the guy.
Last time I saw you, you were a flying rat.
Dude, you messed with the wrong lady.
I haven't forgotten the way you cower before the Christian God.
Does that really work here? Oh my god.
That smell? Burning flesh. You should know it well.
Dude, get roasted. Yeah, can't you just bat through? Oh.
I'm sure you wake up some mornings with the smell of burnt sugar in the back of your throat and forget you ever left.
Dude just given his
Some
dying monologue.
backwards and forwards, and all they see are slaves. You,
They're just trying to eat at her.
my property, should restore the world to its natural order. Immortals, kings, humans, peasants, slaves. You. Elizabeth is a goddess. She drank the blood of Sekhmet.
The Egyptian goddess.
Yes, Sekhmet is the daughter of Ra,
Huh.
a lioness. Her breath is like the desert wind. She will come with eternal
God.
night. She will destroy everyone and everything you
What a twisted,
love.
like, distorted angle there.
The sun is rising,
Let him cook.
devouring the darkness.
Let him cook.
It always does. This is the natural order.
Annette just stood there, and it was the most badass scene she's ever been in. That was great. Sekhmet, huh? Huh. I don't know. I'll have to look into that one.
Aw, sweetheart. Everyone wants to be liberty. Or maybe she could be equality. Or fraternity.
You have to be a man to be fraternity. It means brotherhood.
Sisternity, then. Oh, suits you. Want to join us?
Your festival or your revolution?
Both. We'll need someone to fight for us. And you look as if you have some fight in you.
She got a thirsty look. No one ever came home, did they?
Emmanuel.
Oh. Don't let him inside. Nah. Shut the door in his face. Grab the knife. Try it.
Please.
This guy's so interesting to me.
I've been turning it over.
He's not a bad
What I saw,
person
what I know
exactly.
about
You talk of freedom. Freedom for whom?
Everybody.
There's a woman in my parish, 82. She's been hobbling to communion every day of her life, and now her grandson has forbidden it. In the name of reason. Do you think when she wakes in the night, she'll cry reason liberty into the dark to banish her terrors. It won't be long before priests are exiled or put under the guillotine.
Is that what he's afraid of? Just losing church power?
They will drench us all in blood.
Not if your night creatures do it first.
I'm building an army.
And fighting on the wrong
You're
side.
literally building an army.
Vampires.
Yeah.
The man I used to know would stare at himself now in disgust.
I've never been sinless, Tara.
There's a long way between sinless and harboring fucking night creatures.
How
Exactly.
many times does the entire course of history come down to the choice of just one man? Constantine, Charlemagne, me.
No.
You're not doing this for the sake of the church. You're doing this for the sake of your own vanity.
Speak.
I've often thought about Judas.
Oh.
Traitor. What would have happened if he hadn't done what he did? Was the whole world saved because of one man's betrayal?
No.
I was a fool to trust you. I wish I never met you.
If you hadn't met me, we wouldn't have Maria.
Oh. That's why he saved her. Oh.
How much for...
More than you've got, it looks like.
I love his face.
Back in vampire hunting.
If you can pay me in dishwashing, you'd have a deal.
Well, that's impossible. No one should suffer through that.
But the man over there says put it on his tab.
Who? Who? Richter's kind of baby right now.
You know what they say about a free dinner?
Look, I didn't ask.
Who is this guy?
Where the fuck is the old man? Ah, fuck, another one.
Oh, another vampire. Is he a Belmont? Oh! He whipped him so hard it just decapitated him.
If you can pay for your meals in carpentry.
I forgot how heavy that thing is. Too heavy.
He is a Belmont.
Hey! Hey! Who are you?
I'm Just.
Just who?
Belmont.
Just Belmont. Your grandfather.
He's from Harmony of Dissonance, I think? What? 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 He's from Harmony of Dissonance. What? I know the Castlevania timeline is a bit vague. I just played Harmony of Dissonance. I just played that game, like, a month ago. Wow. Okay. Okay. He's gonna be our mentor, trainer character. He's gonna get Richter's confidence back up. They must be saying that for the show, because I don't think there's a specific connection in the games between the two of them that I know of. I mean, maybe there's an ending to the game that I don't know. I just played it through the one time. I know there's multiple endings, but I don't know what the endings are, so maybe there's an ending where... Okay, well, let's just break the episode down as we do. We learned about Drolta in this one. She is a priestess of Sekhmet, and Erzsébet drank the blood of Sekhmet, which is why Erzsébet is so powerful. I'm not sure. There's a lot of talk of deities and other entities in this show. We didn't get any of that. I mean, a little bit maybe of it in the first one, but this is really focused not just on like vampires and like evil entities, because Annette gets her powers from Creole divinity, and I guess Erzsébet gets hers from Egyptian divinity, so that's something that's really cool. I know that Sekhmet she is depicted as a lion, right? They call her a lioness in this, and that is true. I think she's the goddess of the desert, specifically.
The Egyptian goddess of war and vengeance.
But she is a daughter of Ra, or she was created by Ra or something like that, so she's like a daughter of Ra. So she's closely associated to the sun. In the last episode, Alrox, we found out was from, he's Aztec. All this stuff about like a new world and end of the world stuff is definitely something that would make sense for him to have heard before. These are old characters. They've been around for a long time. If Erzsébet and if Drolta were around during like ancient Egypt, so they would have been around for a long time before Dracula, at least like our perspective of the first show. We don't really know how old Dracula was, I don't think, but the world building is crazy right now, and it just, my brain wants to like fit everything together, but I don't need that to enjoy it. It's just sort of an automatic process for me, but that's really interesting. I love learning about all of that. Annette killing slaver vampire guy whose name I honestly don't care to remember. Really cool. He went out like an absolute bitch though, and I mean, he honestly deserved it. Annette having healing powers, I don't know how to make sense of that, because I thought her powers were crafts things out of like earth. How does her sticking the needle into the bloody rag allow her to stitch a wound? I'm not sure. This was a great setup episode for everything that's about to happen, I think. Alrox and Drolta speaking about stuff. We're still building up to Erzsébet, and we know why Erzsébet is this super special vampire person. Richter is going to go train with Juste, which is going to be pretty cool, I think. I hope. There's so much to think about in this episode. I'm sorry. I'm sort of like scatterbrained right now with everything. I can't stop thinking about Juste, and I can't stop thinking about the Egyptian deities, and I can't stop thinking about like all this other stuff. It's so cool. I don't really know what the end of this season's going to be. We only have 3 episodes, and I don't know what the end is going to be. I don't think Richter's going to fight Alrox. I don't think that would be the end. Maybe they fight Drolta, and then that's like they defeat Drolta, and then Erzsébet actually shows up. Maybe. I don't know. The priest, being Maria's dad, puts his actions in the prior episode into a different context, because he stops Drolta from killing Maria. And I was thinking at the time, like, oh, maybe he's not like this big villain that the show is making him out to be. And it turns out he just is. He absolutely is. He just wants to maintain the authority that the church has and all of that garbage. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. This episode got me super rambly for some reason, and I'm sorry. I feel like this has just been like a ramble rather than actually talking about the themes and stuff. This episode gave me a lot to think about, but I'm just gonna go right into the next one after this. So I'll see you there in the next episode of Castlevania Nocturne. Thank you for watching.